is one of the few things that every single one of us has in common. Just about all of us will spend the majority of our life trying to make more money. Money has a way of affecting almost every aspect of our life. Proverbs chapter 27, verse 23 and 24 says this. Be sure you know the condition of your what? Say it with me, of your flocks, all right? Anybody checked on your flocks lately? How's your flocks doing? We're talking about getting our ducks in a row. We're talking about getting it together. Because if you don't pay attention to your ducks, they will waddle off, right? And so a shepherd would take care of his flock. He'd get to the end of the day, and a shepherd would gather all of his sheep in a sheep pen. He would count them at the end of the night, and when he counted them, he made sure that none were missing. Our money can function a lot like a sheep. Like, you turn your back on it for a moment, it disappears on you. You ever got to the end of the money to discover that there was more money? 65% of Americans said they lose sleep over money words. But would you believe there's 2,350 Bible verses that have to do with money and possessions? Because God knows that our attitude towards money is an indication of where our heart is with God. We will either follow after gold or God. We cannot serve two masters. We will either turn to our wallet or our worship when we look to the source of our security. But we have to remember, money is to be a resource, but is not to be my source. We have to make a decision that we will either look to the source or look to the resource. He says, I will meet your needs. So the most important thing we can do is stay near the shepherd. He makes me lie down. Sometimes the best thing you can do is nothing, and that's okay. Oftentimes, we hustle hard because we don't trust the shepherd. I want you to know God has a path for your life. He has a path for your finances. He protects me. He says, even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will not fear. God says, I will lead you through difficult times, but you don't need to be afraid. And I want you to know that God has a calling on your life. Why would God give you a vision if He didn't bring provision? He's got you. You don't have to worry. He has good in mind for you. But you will never discover God's plan by wandering off on your own way. Over time, a sheep learns that the best place to be, the most protected place, the healthiest place, is near the shepherd.